Okay, is okay. We here. So I was actually before this, right? I was doing a little recording of Red, the song actually from this Descendants Rise of Red. And I was thinking, I'm like, why is my thing not working? Everything's plugged in and whatnot. Then I start talking a little closer to it. And I see, oh, there's a little bit going on the like meter level thing. And then I realized, oh, my microphone wasn't on all the way, which is just great. Um, oh my goodness, what a great way to come back. I haven't been here for a while, you know, but we here and we back with Rise of Red. So I don't know. I was really excited for this movie. When I saw the promotion, I'm like, well, hold on. It looks like they actually got some type of budget. Like something was just different with the lighting and the sets and the CGI. It just looked kind of good. So I'm like, okay. So finally, July 12th came. It felt like forever, but also it didn't feel like forever. And I watched it in the morning. And honestly, I liked it. I did like. There's a lot of questions that I had, but it wasn't terrible. I know some people, they just, I feel like they just want to hate it because it's not the original Descendants movie, and Cameron Boyce isn't there. R.I.P. Cameron Boyce. But it's also like, uh, let me keep my thoughts to myself. But anyways, I'm gonna do my little, I guess, kind of review of it. More so, I'm gonna basically read my live messages that I did to my friend. Shout out to Fumi, on the movie, because I think they just show a lot of my thoughts regardless, and I think it'll take y'all on a little journey. Anyways, so one of the first things I noticed. Okay, first of all, um, Uma was back. Okay, I was confused about that because I thought China stopped acting, but I think she came back because she wanted the new generation to see what I guess the older quote unquote generation had, because I'm not old, but also to respect Cameron Boyce. And I did like there's this scene where there's a picture of him, right? And then when she was like, do it for Carlos, I was like, those tears are real tears. Those are real tears. Um so okay, besides that, the next thing that I realized was that the sound was kind of weird. As in, it sounded like, I don't know if it was my iPad, because I don't think I noticed it when I watched it on my TV. But on my iPad, which is where I watched it first, I noticed that it sounded, sometimes the mics were on and then they were off. I don't know how to describe it, but you're just gonna have to trust me with that. It sounded like that. Um, and then yeah, when they said this is what Carlos would have wanted, yeah. So that was kind of sad. I mean, yeah, it was honestly. I remember saying that Descendants 3 felt like a fever dream, and I think a lot of it had to do with Cameron's passing, because literally a month after or so Descendants 3 came out, and it was kind of surreal. It was kind of surreal. Having to watch Descendants 3 and then knowing that Cameron had passed like a month uh prior to it. So and I when I rewatched it, I Descendants 3, I realized, oh, I remember a lot of these scenes, but it still feels like, if it doesn't feel real. And I think it's that subconscious thought of Cameron wasn't there, right? But honestly, if they had made Cameron a little more, I don't know, prominent, because like, do it for Carlos. I mean, I get it. I get it. Also, you like your girl, your daughter dated him. I mean, I get it. I get it. Like, do it for him. Like, I like how Disney honoring him. They're not just like, oh yeah, he went on a no. R.I.P. Uh, yeah. So, but after that, she was like, oh yeah, we want to make sure that everyone's welcome, even Wonderland. And then Fairy Godmother was like, Wonderland, no, no, yes. And honestly, seeing Red, like, okay, I'd have to say that the transition from Uma talking to the music to Red singing was probably the best musical transitions in the movie, because the other ones, they just kind of happen. They just kind of happen. So, and The guards are so stupid. They're actually useless. So the guards were so busy dancing to the song and do their little, I don't even know, their little half JoJo Siwa dance. I'm like, I know it's hard to dance in them suits. Like, I know it's hard to dance in them suits. But they were too busy dancing to notice that Red was just sneaking around and throwing bombs. Like, she was quite literally basically a terrorist. The way she was throwing them bombs at that. First of all, and then why aren't there a lot of guards in the first place? How big is Wonderland? Is the question. But yeah, like, yeah, it was crazy. And then they were like screaming and sliding and dancing while Red is literally like being a terrorist. Just like her mother, I guess. But they were like, sir, yes, sir. And then like she's in the background dancing with them too. I'm like, nobody gonna catch this girl? No one is gonna catch her? Like, who is trespassing? Oh my god. She's right there, but y'all wanna dance. The white is he the jack of all? Was it the Jack of Hearts? I think who was the captain of the army. Boo. And try again. He is not good at his job. I understand why the Queen of Hearts, aka Bridget, wanted to off of his head. But yeah, I also realized that everyone seemed to have an accent besides Red. Like, I believe his name is Alex, who played the Jack of Hearts. As y'all know, I don't be looking up some. It's off the top what I'm feeling. Uh, he's British, or at least he had a British accent. Rita Ora, she's British. She had a British accent, which also when she's Bridget, like when they go back in time, she doesn't have an accent. So, I mean, I know it's a kids movie and continuity is like, yeah, especially when it comes to kids. Sometimes, just because they're kids, there's no excuse for there to not be some type of continuity. But anyways, I'm like, why does Red not have? She doesn't have an accent. Everyone else does. And then okay, so Red, she gets called up by Maddox Hatter, who I believe is the Mad Hatter. I thought that was Mad Hatter's son, but no, I think he's actually the Mad Hatter. R.I.P. Madeline. R.I.P. Madeline Hatter. She would have had us having a fourth wall break. Disney, I will never forgive you for what you took. Forgive you for what you took away from us. Descendants is cool, but Ever After High, why can't we get like a little reboot or something, you know? But yeah, so she's talking to Maddox Hatter, and he's telling her about the time machine, and it'll go back to what her heart wants. So you can't really control it, really. It's more so because if you say, oh, I want to go back to the 80s, or I want to go back to a moment before this, and because your mom was really mean to you, and you actually get transported back to the 1980s, and then you see like the trauma she has to endure so you can stop it so she won't be like that. Yeah, that's basically how it works. That's basically how it worked in the movie too. Man, so she's talking to Maddox. They yada yada yada, and then what caught me off guard? Wait, what caught me off guard was that the guards were still singing and looking for Red. Y'all are they are still singing, looking for this girl. Literally, like, there a whole scene with her and the Mad Hatter had gone by at this point, and they're about to end the scene or whatnot, and they're still, whoa, like, stop it. Oh my goodness, it was so hilarious. I'm like, y'all are actually useless. Y'all are actually useless. First y'all make a heart formation, then you're dancing, no type of defense or whatnot. I see why Rita wanted y'all heads off, for real, cause y'all getting me upset. But anyways, I really liked Red. I thought that was a good song. I like, my favorite part is uh It's criminal how you follow the crowd, fist in the air, booze on the ground. I like that second verse a lot. Like it was probably one of the best songs in the movie, and I'll talk about the songs a bit later, for because they were interesting to say the least. They weren't even bad, but you'll see. So let's see. Scrolling through the messages. I said I like Red's part in the opening song. I did not expect the opening song as well to have like get the girl, get the girl, get the girl, get the girl. I was like, oh, this kind of metal. It's kind of metal. Uh, so then we get to the next scene with Chloe, right? Who was Cinderella's daughter, Chad's sister. Uh, Brandy and Paolo, I believe, they reprised a role from I forgot the name of but they call it the Black Cinderella. That's what it's known as. They reprised their roles, which I thought was pretty cool. I hated. Oh my goodness, I did not like the blue in their hair. Tacky, tacky. It looked tacky on Mama Brandy, Mama Cindy, Mama Ella. I said it was just ghetto. It was. Cause why does she have blue hair? I get it. Cause Cinderella's dress is blue. Ha ha ha. You know what made it elegant? Just have the black hair. That blue hair is ugly. It was so Chloe I could forgive, right? Even though I didn't like the blue hair on her, cause usually like if you had colorful hair, you're a VK, which I do know. A few weeks ago or something, I saw a YouTube comment like that. They're like, "Why is Chloe dressed like a VK?" That's a good point. She's not giving princess. I know she's a sword fighter or something, but have some decorum. Have some decorum. But um, so yeah, that blue hair was terrible, nasty. I did not like it. I could forgive Chloe for having it because she a teenager. I believe Malia Baker, who plays Chloe, she's 17. So she young. She reckless. I don't know where they got that. Okay. Anyway, that's not my only gripe with Chloe's hair either. It'll come later on. But Cinderella's, I just don't like how it's blue. Like that genuinely irks me. No, that does not give elegant. And then she had this nasty blue dress on. I said, "Oh my goodness." I did not like that dress. The dress was so ugly. It was an ugly dress. I don't even know how to describe it. I like the color blue. It was. I thought it looked beautiful on Brandy, the blue, but the dress itself did not flatter her well. It did not flatter her. It was given. It was given Beauty and the Beast live action with no budget for the dress. Like it doesn't even have to be Cinderella's exact dress because I know that they're trying to give her, I guess, a more mature look with the dress, but something about it just did not sit right in my spirit. And I also don't like how the place that they live in is called Cinderella's Burg. Because first of all, Cinderella, you weren't even the princess, baby. You were a servant in your own home. So why is it named after you? It should have been. I would have taken Charmingsburg. Cinderella's tacky, just like that blue hair and that dress. Y'all did Brandy so. Ugh. Anyways, anyway, I just did not like that. The dress was so unflattering. It was so basic. It didn't look regal. It looked like maternity. Maybe is she pregnant? It was so. And then so Brandy and Paolo, they start singing. So this is love. So this is love. I honestly really like that. A few nights ago, I just kept replaying. Like it was so beautiful the way that they mixed, but it literally came out of nowhere. Like Brandy came, and then she started to sing. And then Malia Chloe, she's like, can y'all not? No, I get it though. Let me see if I can play the voice recording. So this is love. So this is what makes life divine. They just want her to sing. I realized that the sound sounded terrible because I had like Google Messages automatically turns noise canceling on, and I didn't realize it. I said if there was no prompt to the song, it was just raw. But they had like quite a bit of auto tune as well, though. I'm like, Brandy don't need that auto tune. Paolo probably don't even need that auto tune either. Like y'all doing them so dirty. Not everybody need that much auto tune. This is not wild uncharted water. No. Even then, like, I did see that I think they were trying to cover up Brandy's tattoo as well. I peeped it. I peeped it. They didn't do a good job then. If I peeped it then. I said, so Chloe, she got these ugly glass sneakers. Ugly glass sneakers. First of all, how does she walk in them? No, numero uno. Dos, she got it for being a good person, basically. She's like, Brittany was like, you did this. Paolo said something about the Historical Society. I'm like, oh my gosh, Barbie Princess and the Pauper Crumbs. But at the end, Brittany, she's like, and also just for you for being a good person. So we're giving you these glass sneakers. But then after that scene, Rita, aka the Queen of Hearts, aka Bridget, comes out, and I lived. I don't know what I say here or what's going on here. Wait, I'm gonna call it now. So there's this guard who has long white. Okay, no, that was my wrong prediction about the guard who might go against Rita. He literally never shows up again after that scene where you'll see. But he literally never shows up again. So boo-hoo. But I really love Rita's dress. It ate that, like the design for Rita ate down. Her outfits were so chef's kiss, especially that outfit when she was going to Ordon. That little they couldn't get City like that though. Is it? The heroes can't dress nice either. But yeah, Red was giving her mother attitude, and Rita, she was like, "You're useless to the guard," which I agree because how y'all singing and dancing, y'all can't even get the girl. Yeah, yeah, useless. Um, So yes, Rita is a murderer. I mean, Queen of Hearts. No, Rita herself is not a murderer, as far as I know. But the Queen of Hearts, Bridget, she's a murderer. She was like, "What should we do to him? Should we gouge out his eyes, or should we off with his head, or something like that?" But Red, she's like, "Off with his hat," and then she's like, "You're such a disappointment." Oh, I love it. I love evil queens. They eat. And then for some reason, she was like, love ain't it. I thought it was going to be a one off thing. Because I'm like, why are you saying love ain't it? This ain't. Do British people even say ain't? Like, it just sounded weird coming out her mouth. I'm like, love ain't it. Because we got Brandy in here. Y'all want to be a little urban. Because we got some glass sneakers. I did say the queen was bipolar, as she is. And I believe that at this point they had gotten Red had gotten her acceptance, and then Rita, she was like, "Oh, yep, sure, we'll go." Even though Red was like, "This is strange." Oh, by the way, I do have to say, Wonderland, they didn't because Rita was a Bridget was a terrorist. And she was a tyrant and a dictator. She did not want to join when Ordon combined. So it was the Isle of the Lost, Ordon, and Wonderland. So I don't even know. Like, I guess Red is technically a VK. But yeah, Bridget refused to join, so that's why Uma wanted to invite everybody, including Red. You know, whatnot. Chloe, them ugly sneakers, yuck. Like they really look like those do not look good at all. Rita said love was useless. Crazy. I know, but love ain't it. It's just ghetto. I agree, Fumi. What is this? What is this? No, no, hold on. Wait, listen. Hi, girl. Thank you. So beautiful. Be sure you can't come? No, we can visit Chad. Oh yeah, they were talking about Chad being in college. Apparently, this is taking 10 years later though. So I mean, if Chad's 26 in college, maybe he's getting his his he's in medical school. I don't know. Never judge nobody. Yeah, I said that Love and like they want to be modern so bad. Like these are supposed to be some kings and queens. Hello. Um. So. So they get the invitation, right? And there's this like when they're driving to the rabbit hole and whatnot, and even outside the rabbit hole, you can tell the car is speeding when you're inside of it, right? But when they cut the shots, when you actually see the car outside driving, it does not go as fast as it seems through the windows, which is a bit trippy. You know, that's a bit trippy. I was like, ooh, like it does not hit as hard. Oh, it does remind me when back of like in the beginning when Maddox grabs her with Red with the claw and like she goes down in the chute and she falls on the couch. That had no impact. She gently fell on that thing. Like no, she should have went a bit harder. Like y'all could act like plop on that thing. But oh my gosh. So this is okay. I actually really like Love Ain't It as a song, right? I couldn't sleep one night, and that and Red kept playing in my head. Like actually, it was kind of scary. It was kind of scary. But Red said, "I'm just a girl. Look." Wait, I'm just a girl. Wait. What you want, it doesn't exist. Love ain't it. I didn't realize that, like, when I said love ain't it in the beginning, I didn't realize there was going to be a whole song called Love Ain't It. I didn't even know the soundtrack had released like that. The only song I knew was Red and What's My Name, the remix or the Raz of Red version, whatever. That was it. So hearing that, I'm like, oh, interesting. I'm like, Loving It is a whole song. I liked it. I like the choir especially. Love and it. Ooh. They ate that part. Like that made me want to do it like a two-step in church or something. Damn, I had a little gospel do it. But I really liked it. You learn about Bridget and Ella were classmates, but Bridget ain't say that they were best friends, okay? But they was classmates, and then Brandy, aka Cinderella, spills that a mean prank was played on her, and that I said this all over a stupid prank. But apparently later on you find out that the prank was that they made her like into a monster. And Bridget, she says that a stupid prank I could get like over, but a humiliating prank, like no. Like she's still very bitter about it. Even 30 years later, plus 30 plus years later, girl, she wants that head so bad. But yeah, there was where they're gonna fall like parachutes. Shorts. I agree. Um, and I said that the instrumentals kind of sounded like "The Way" by Ariana Grande, Fee Mac Miller, R.I.P. Mac. But yeah, that's what it was kind of giving. You say love ain't it, but then you experience. I liked how evil Rita was, as usual. Yeah, it was a pretty good song. I liked it. I don't know if I'm supposed to be giving ratings on the songs, but I like the song. It was cool. It was cool. And then they get down, they sit in their seats, right? Uma, come in here. What's my name? What's my name? Like, girl, give the speech. You are too grown for this, baby. Give the speech, please. Like, she was like, "What's my name? What's my?" And no, it was like the instrumental had died down. She was like, "What's my name? Uma." Oh my gosh! And I said, "Why she thought she ate? She kind of did. She kind of did though. She did kind of eat when she said that. Okay."
What's my name?
like, like, wait. So somebody, I was watching a reaction video of it. I think Real Projects, and they said that I didn't notice that she said this, but I believe she says war. Like she says war. Like that was her favorite. I thought she was just doing like a war call, like cry. But no, I think she was actually saying the word war. And then she starts to coo. Nobody can escape. Bibbity bibbity bobbity. No. And then she like does a card thing and it breaks the one. I thought that was like when I saw that in the trailers, I'm like, oh, she about to be a problem. She about to be a problem. I love her already. Off with her head. You know. And also, by this time I realized that the audio sounded weird because the noise cancellation was on. I also realized again, there's a lot of red and blue imagery. And I mean just in general, like there's always red and blue together. Lance and Keith, Red and Chloe, Katara and Zuko. Like there's a lot of red and blue imagery and whatnot. Korra and Mako, like I don't know what about that coloring people likes, but I feel like so if you see two people with red and blue, you know they're about to be partners in crime, partners in love, something. But anyways, what little part did she eat? Oh, that's the bibbity bobbity no I was talking about. And then after she like did all that, she was like, "Thank you, Red. You finally did something useful." Wow. And like Red is like, "This is crazy." She's like, "Okay, and okay." And then Cinderella, she tried to talk Cindy down or what? I mean, the Queen of Hearts down. And again, I'm like, this is all over a stupid prank, bro. Like, y'all, this is why y'all gotta be careful who y'all bully in high school or something, because they gonna come back and they gonna remember. That's why you be nice to everybody. All right. So Rita was like, kneel before me, and then Cindy was like, I will never kneel to a tyrant. And she's like, okay, Red, what do you think we should do here? You know, what should we do? And then Red is like, treason. She's guilty of treason. And then there's lightning, right? And then Rita, she's like, off with her head. Lightning again. And then Chloe, she's like, no, Mom. And then Cindy, she's like, no, it'll be okay, baby. I'll be okay. Girl, you're gonna be dead. Oh yeah. And then Rita is disrespectful too. She said, "Shoo," with the dismissive hand wave to Cindy. I be mad. I be mad. And then I said, like, cause I was confused with it. Like, what were they trying to do? Because Red goes down. She looks at the pocket while she goes down. I don't know if she was trying to grab Cindy or Chloe, and then she realized that Chloe had or she just realized that Chloe had a knife. I mean, a sword. And tried to, I don't know what Chloe was going to plan to do. And then they just so happened to scuffle. I don't know. That's still a bit, I don't know. That was still a little confusing to me, like why that happened. But anyways, I said this 2000s ad animation with the time thing. I also at this point realized that Chloe was wearing sweats. I was like, she doesn't look like a princess. She wants to be a VK so bad. What song is next? I think, Oh, this is the song where they're battling in the court. I said the transitions into music are so.
To go back and save my mom. No, the watch sent us to this time for a reason. Give me that. I don't need the help of some.
It's like, give me. But anyways, I said the song really isn't giving Descendants, and I think that's a. I wouldn't even say a problem with it, because I was watching somebody and they said that they like the more modern sounds of it. I don't know if I dislike the sounds, more so that they're very modern. Like, they are very modern sounding songs. Hit them with that refresh. Mind you, this is supposed to be the 1980s or 90s, right? Why y'all singing like this? Why Perfect Revenge sound like a Target commercial song? Like, back to school. We gonna get to that. But I, it just, sometimes it just, I feel, I think I'm gonna say my like, once everything like comes more to full or whatnot. You know, whatever. So they meet Ella and Bridget. Bridget, she's very happy now. She's happy now. She has bright pink hair. She's like, "Hi, I'm Bridget. Do you want a cookie? I mean, a cupcake?" Right? She's nothing like the tyrant, the tyrant we kind of know and love. Ella, she's Cinderella. She's hardworking. She got that nasty blue. I'm like, that is not your natural color, girl. Take it out. Take it out. It looked tacky. The blue looked so tacky. The wig looked tacky. They can't stop black people with hair still, I'm guessing. Uliana hair look cool though. Uma hair look cool. I don't know what's wrong with Ella. Like, they could have just made her black. Black. Like, just kept their hair a dark color. Like, ugh. Anyways, but yeah. So Bridget gives, like, what's her name? Red flamingo cupcake or something. And then if you eat the cupcake, she didn't even eat the feather, which is also confusing. Like, she just bit into the cupcake, which I'll get to why that's a bit okay a little later. But she, like, I guess the flamingo like makes you pink in some areas. So for Red, her fingernails turn pink, and the bitch was like, "Oh no, don't take too many. They could have some side effects that are you don't really want." So they do that. Cindy is working with her mom, and they're trying to squeeze out this, I don't even know, plant, like, the juices from this plant. And Ella, she's like, well, somebody's got to do the work. And then she was basically saying, "You're such a princess, Chloe." That's basically what she was saying. Like, Chloe was acting too much of a princess. Like, "Oh, you don't want commoner to rub off on you?" Like, Ella, why are you being so aggressive? Like, why are you being so comfort? It's really never that serious. Little does she know that's gonna be the daughter that she raises. So we'll see. Cause it's crazy. Cause a lot of things Ella was saying when she was younger, you raised your daughter to be the exact opposite of what you're preaching right now. You get one little prince. Now you want to throw away your morals. And mind you, she got a whole song about morals too. But yeah. So I also had a theory around this point. Like, what if Mal and the rest of them come back at the end? I was too high of hopes. Too high of hopes. And apparently, Ella meets Charming at the school at Castle Coming in high school in this timeline. So, whatever. And then Bridget, she's like, "A little butter, sugar, and a little positivity." I really like that part. Like, the way she, like, moved her little hips or whatnot. Like, it was, like, a little cute little dance. But I'm like, okay. And I was asking, how are the cupcakes not falling? Because she's over here being twirled around, flipped, and all da 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 da. And them cupcakes not falling off that plate. What you putting them cupcakes? But people can easily take them off though. But they not gonna fall off if you do 30 cartwheels. Okay. And then there's one part in the song "Life Is Sweeter." They were like, "College your lad." He's like a man. I'm like, y'all are crazy. It was like that part low key get on my nerves because y'all look so awkward. Like y'all look like they look like they be the weird kids. No shade. No shade. They look like they'd be the weird kids in school. Like they had their heads together. They turned around. Did the little like on a magic carpet ride. Like, anyways. Hold on. Which one was the one with Charmy?
Works out well for me. On a wave of my wand and it's oopsie.
Oh, here goes.
It's Jasmine and Aladdin. College Aladdin.
Like y'all are.
Charming. That's just the name people know me by. Crown Prince isn't the way right. If you wanna roll together, you can be a vibe.
That has been on my mind since I heard that. He was fine. I don't know who played Prince Charming. Hold on, let me look at him. Look up him. Look him up. Okay. Alexandra, Chad, Charming, Emma Swan. Who? Young. I guess Young. I don't know who played him. Tristan. Okay, I know his name was Tristan. Hold on. And the thing is, he really does look like a younger Paolo. He really does look like a younger Paolo. Honestly. T and Prince Charming. Like the way he came in sliding. He also looks like, I think his name is Peter Nugent. Look, literally, he looks like he could be a younger version of Paolo. Like, it's actually crazy. But yeah, when he said, "That's just the name people know me by, Crown Prince, isn't that way up, right?" I was like, oh, oh, Ella. And Ella want to act like she don't like him. If you don't want him, I'm going to get him. Period. But yeah, so he does a little thing, and his skateboard becomes pink, which is like, how does it, I mean, I guess it's magic. It doesn't even have to be biological. Of course, your skateboard can turn pink. People's beanies were turning pink and stuff. But then Red, she was like, okay. And then Clay was like, that's my dad. Okay, I'm going to be calling him father too. Like, what? But yeah. Prince Charming happy. He fine. Paolo fine. They all fine. But yeah, no, I get it, Red. I get it. He was cool. He was quite charming. But then you have to dun 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 dun, and all the villains come in. First of all, I don't understand why they made Ursula's sister's name Uliana when her Morgana is right there for her sister's name. But they said the name Morgana for like another person. His name is Morgie. His mother's Morgana from I don't even know what. Like, why is he here? Hades is there. Someone did make the other fair point. Like, Hades is literally a god. Why is he over there? That's a good point. Maleficent also. Why is she? Are you telling me Maleficent and Rita Ora and Brandy are all around the same age? Actually, no. I feel Maleficent would be a little older than that, actually. And I was like, why is Maleficent British? But yeah, it's nice to see, I guess, Maleficent and Hades being high school sweethearts. I mean, he still abandoned Mal when she was a baby because he did not. I guess he grew out of love with Maleficent. I don't know. What is this? Oh, the girl who plays Uliana, she pretty cool too. I honestly, at first, like she looks like she could be related to China and McClain. Because when I saw her in the trailer, I'm like, is that China? But I was like, no, that's not China. But that looked like, yeah, I could see the resemblance, the family resemblance. Um, and then after that, like, she bullies Bridget and like rips her dress or something. I don't even know why. She's like, my name is Bridget, and I have to get people treats so they can like. Why is that a dig? Like, what is the ha ha moment? we was supposed to laugh? Like, huh? And then I don't think Morky said this. He was like, "You said put together, girl. She's not." Like, that's not funny. And then Red said something like, "Hold on, Squid Face. You better back up before I like take your tongue out your mouth." It's just like, and Uliana was like, "Ooh, girl, like, baby, please." Um, but then Uliana, she takes the feather, she eats them all at once, even though she's not supposed to. She turned to flamingo. Did she drop into the water? It was a whole thing. She's like, "I will destroy her. Tell Bridget this isn't over." Like, okay, okay, sure. So then my satin cap dropped. So then that happened. They visit Ella's house. Ella, Ella made a good point though. Why she eat her daughter up? Why she eat her daughter up? She said, "Is it really a good like?" She said something about, "Are you really a good person if you get rewarded for it?" Like, girl, you're the one who rewarded your daughter. Little do you know. Backtracking on all your morals, cause you live in a palace now, and apparently the place where they film like the palace thing though, that was in Atlanta. Cause at the end I saw Georgia. I'm like, they filmed some of this in Georgia. Of course they did, and I see it. Ugh. But anyways, I said Chloe Slow Self got her mother grounded because she's like, "Ooh," and then she hit the vase a little too hard with the stick of the broom. Not. And then the stepmother was like, "What happened?" And then yeah, so she got Ella grounded. And Ella, she was like, "My mom died, my dad remarried, and he died, and now I've been treated like I'm dirt, maybe because you're black." Okay, so what is all this? Oh, this must be perfect revenge. They just went into a mouth of one of those lanterns. Okay, but anyways, and then she was like, they gonna be cleaning up Uliana, because this is her song, really. She was like, they're gonna be cleaning up more than just tears, like, or and puddles of tears or something. Like, is she gonna kill her? Like, what? And yeah, so yeah, here, like, again, like, they don't know what's coming when I hit them with that revenge. I'm like, this sounds like a back to school sale. And like, and she was conjuring up demons like the spirits of the Black Lagoon. I think she also mentioned poor unfortunate souls in the song as well. Could be wrong. But yeah, it was crazy. And then so that's where they try to find this cookbook and whatnot, the spell for the cookbook. Okay, I mean the cookbook, so they could do the spell, turn her into an ugly monster. And the fact that they were like, "Let's burn her." No, Hades was like, "We should burn her to a crisp." And then Uliana was like, "No, it has to be worse than that. What's worse than killing her?" I guess turning her into a monster. I mean, Bridget lives. Um. So then they go into Bridget's room. And when like it's a cut from there, and they go into Bridget's room because Bridget likes to bake. Duh, she made like the flamingo things. Also, apparently, gingerbread men that could bite the previous spring. Uh, but yeah, she likes to cook. Her room is like everything that would be banned in Wonderland, as Red said. And so they go and they're like, "Oh, she might know." And she's doing like a shuffle of love. Her little prices for her little dance for Castle Coming. And I was like, can they close her door, please? Like, it just really irked me because y'all talking about this and about a cookbook. What if Uliana walked by and was like, well, they looking for a cookbook too? But apparently the cookbook that they're looking for is banned, and that Merlin enchanted it, so only people with good hearts can open it, I guess, because it's a sorcery's cookbook. And then they were like, "Oh, do you want to look to the looking glass?" And then Bridget's like, "No, I don't. Why would I want to spoil my future? I'm sure everything will be fine." Okay. So then when she's like done, and I think she goes back to dancing or something, they look into the mirror, and I think they actually did kill Cinderella because Prince Charming was like, "What happened to her? What did you do with her?" And then Rita was like, "Looking for these." And she like tosses Cinderella's shoes, and then it gets shattered, and she laughs. So I think she actually did kill Cinderella. Like I think Cinderella's gone. And then so Red was like, okay, so things back home are not going good. You don't say. Oh, this must be get your hands dirty.
Teacher, you're such a goody goody. I'd rather be.
Oh my gosh. Oh yes. Okay, so Red was like, we steal it ourselves. And then Clay was like, why would we steal? That's not good. We should just ask Merlin. And Red was like, you think he really about to give it to us if we ask? Like, nope, we gotta steal it like how they're gonna steal it. And she's like, you're like, and then Red was like, you're such a goody goody. And then Clay was like, well, thank you. And then Red was like, okay, well then where did I get your mother? Like, yo. That was crazy. That was actually crazy. Like, the wood is too.
Bad people don't think that they're bad. Trust me, I live with one.
Okay, so basically, Ella was like, it depends on why you're doing something, right? Because Robin Hood, he stole from the rich to give to the poor. I mean, and she was basically saying there's just a gray area when it comes to morals. Okay, not just because of this. Not everything that seems bad is actually bad. And then Chloe was like singing in the song about different like valiant knights, they're true and good. And then Ella, she's like, depends on what they're fighting for. Cause Wonderland, hello. And I was like, obviously, Ella hasn't done a good job teaching her daughter about life, but somehow her younger self knows this, but she never taught Chloe, oh, you know what? Not just because someone says they're bad doesn't mean they are. Just because someone steals doesn't mean that they're evil. But Chloe's like, no, yes, you do this, you are bad. You do this, you are good. And I was like, Cindy is so selfish. No wonder she's dead. Yeah, so Hands Dirty as a song, it was okay. Yeah, like it was. The message was pretty good. She clocked Chloe's tea, but it's also like, where was all this when you actually raised her? What changed? But Ella was clocking her tea. Ella was clocking her tea. But I don't know. It was like a lot of talk singing. Like it was just a lot, and then you could still hear the auto tune too. I'm like, yo. Anyways, and I was asking, how did Chloe's hair grow like that? Because I could have sworn. First of all, I thought her hair was to her shoulders in the beginning. It wasn't. It was a little longer than that. But her hair grew to like her legs. I'm like, when did your hair grow that long? First of all, this is the same day. What is going on? And then she tied it back. I'm like, what is going on? You gain new knowledge so that your hair grows. Maybe your hair need to keep growing. But anyways, like she was even cleaning properly. She didn't even clean the fountain. She cleaned one spot, then went up and cleaned another spot. If you don't clean that whole level. But anyways, now we're at the part where Red, she takes off her she's sneaking in, right? And she takes off her jacket and just tosses it in the chair while she's sneaking in. Like, are you trying to have evidence go back to you? I mean, I don't know if it was a basic jacket. I couldn't see the back really. But if it was something with like hearts on it, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but I mean, you anyways. But Chloe, she joins her, and then Red was like, haha, look at you justifying your crimes. And then they were she was on that ladder, like really trying to reach for the book. I'm like, girl, if you don't get that book, like you slow as a turtle. Like, hello. Like, pick up the pace, please. Like, you could move that ladder. Chloe, move that ladder. No, she wanted to struggle. Red wanted to struggle to get that book. And then I realized at this point, there was 11 minutes left. And I was like, how are they going to end this? Because I thought we were going to go to the ball and see how everything plays out, kind of, maybe. Nope. Oh, wow. I just stopped talking about the movie, the rest of the movie altogether. But basically, Uliana, they get caught. Like, okay, so there's a whole thing with the security system. Swords are flying. An owl is activated. It goes to tell Merlin. The owl comes back. Cindy, she throws her glass sneakers at the owl. And she's like, it's time for me to lose my glass shoe. You are not your mother, girl. Sit down. They were ugly anyway, so not my issue. So then Uliana and then they bust in, and then she gets the book, and they all look, and she's like, "Oh, look at the book! Ha ha ha! Let's open the book!" And then they get perm frozen because they're evil and they want to do the deeds for bad, right? Do these for bad, and then the book goes out their hands. Then Chloe is like, "Oh, you should open the book, Red." She's only 80%. Like she only thought it was an 80% chance of it actually working. But Red, she opens the book. She's like, oh wow, the cookbook. I don't know why she had to open the cookbook. She could have just hid it. Like, I don't know what was the point of opening the cookbook in the first place. But also, it raised a question for me when I was watching it, because if it was supposed to not open for terrible people, right? How did the prank exactly happen? Cause didn't Uliana do the prank allegedly? We gonna talk about that. But anyways, they go back in time. Now they're back, and it's at the part where it was like, excuse me. Oh, I forgot in the beginning. Queen of Hearts. I'm just gonna call her Rita. Rita was playing with cards, and then that's when she was like the war. Okay, this time she's like, "Why, I'm just playing my favorite game, Hearts." Why did my voice crack like that? But yeah, so I thought that nothing would have changed. I thought it would have been a gag. Like, y'all did all that just for it to not, just for it to do nothing. But no, she turns around. Her back is still pretty red. Her hair is still red. I thought her hair would have been pink. I thought red was gonna turn pink. But anyway, so she turns around, just like white, pink, and red on her. And she throws up her cards. There's a lot of heart bubbles in the air. And the wind in her hair is blowing. Like, just her. Just Rita. Nobody else. And then I said, well, I kind of want to tear up because life is a little more brighter. Hold on. Wait. It's likely you get to try something spicy. A difference is uniting. Like, I think they did a good job with that in the movie. Like the Bridget versus Red conflict, mommy issues, whatnot. Because when they were in Bridget's room, Bridget, she was like, because Red was like, my mother would never let me do this. My mother doesn't like when I'm myself. And Bridget was like, if I were your mother, I would love to have a daughter like you. I'm like, oh, like that was sad. So at the end, when they're singing and whatnot, and the song and they sound so beautiful together, like I literally wanted to tear up. I think I did tear up. I don't think I didn't cry, but my eyes watered for sure. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, low key, the climax, they rushed it. I thought we were gonna, cause the movie is like 20 minutes shorter than a typical Descendants movie. Like, that 20 minutes could have been used for the castle coming. I don't know what happened, unless they're gonna explore it more. And I was like, wait, this is filmed in Georgia. Also, Uma said that this wasn't the end of their story. So I did see some theories, which made me think a bit more, because like I said, I had a question about how did they access the thing for the prank if only people who are good can open it. A theory is that Ella is the one who did the prank. Because I know that Bridget, she said, oh yeah, Ella was too busy dancing with Charming and like didn't care about the prank or something. And I guess Charming was laughing. I don't know. But it was really hard to believe that because Ella was really defending her. And I mean, I guess, because they were like, if my friend invited me to Castle Coming, then she danced off with Prince Charming, and she leave me to be an ugly monster, I'd be mad too. Okay. I can kind of see that logic. I mean, yeah. And especially, I don't know if she ever said Ella was laughing, but Bridget was like, I guess it's not so funny now, huh? After she shattered Cinderella's shoes, um, and Prince Charming was taking capture and whatnot. Funny they got Prince Charming, but not Chad. But yeah, so the shoes and whatnot, and yeah. So I'm guessing Charming laughed. I don't know if Ella did though, but they were like Ella could have I don't know, taken the book for them or something. Like she was in on the prank because they said something about Charming liking Bridget, but Charming asked out Ella to the dance, not Bridget. But anyways, they were also saying that okay, if Rita's good, then Cindy might be bad because they messed with the fabric of time. Something has to be a little wrong. And then some people were saying like Bridget gets with Charmy so they could have different dads. It was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, I would be interested in seeing the evil Cindy. Like, I don't know if she's gonna have that horrid blue hair and that horrid blue dress. But it would have been a really cool because we only get a really, I think, one glance at Brandy. She's like, there you are, or something like that to Chloe. But if she had like a new outfit or something, ooh, I see. That would have been cool. But yeah, so Rise of Red, I gave it like a 7.6 out of 10, so like an 8 out of 10. It was cool. I liked it. The ending, like the climax question mark was rushed. Not a lot of payoff. Um, the songs were okay. My thing with these songs, they don't sound Descendants. They sound like somebody record, like Disney found these songs by artists, changed up the words, and inserted them into the movie. They didn't sound like they were written for a Descendants movie, because I feel as though I could hear some of these songs on the radio, whereas some of the, I'm not gonna hear into the car on 96.1, but I feel like I could hear Love Ain't It on 96.1. And I think that's where it's like, okay, because Descendants songs sound Descendants. These songs sound like be secular song, non-Descendant songs that were put into a Descendants movie and the lyrics were changed. But you know, that's just my opinion, and we all have our opinions. Yeah, it was a charming, mwah, chef kiss. Ella, you need to raise it out. Like, I don't know how you grew up like that with that mindset, and you went and instill that to your daughter. I don't understand how that happened. I love Wonderland. I loved Rita. She was great as an evil queen. She was so evil. I loved it. Red was cool. Red had the best song. Wherever Red's singing, that's one of the best songs. I can't even. Kylie has such a good voice. That's the girl who voiced Red. She had a really good voice. China, she reprised the role. I'm glad she did a good job. She wasn't there for too long, but it was fine. She's the principal now. She wanted to shake things up. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool for what it wanted to do. And there's gonna be a part 2, of course. So hopefully that's better, and we get some more answers to our questions instead of more questions to our answers. And I did do like a parody of how like some of the music transitions sound.
I just don't understand. I am so tired of my mother breathing down my neck all the time. Like,
And then it was as it was playing for, yeah. So okay, and it's just Philly reacting to me. And I was just joking like, R.I.P. Brandon, guess she's headless. But she's fine now, obviously. Or so we think. So yeah, that was like my play my scrub through slash kinda review, reaction slash review of Rise of Red. 8 out of 10. Wasn't terrible. Could be worse. Could be worse. So yeah, there's that.